Are you ready to go battle with rogue potatoes and try and save some invader tomatoes, all in search of those sweet, sweet potatoes? Wish me luck. I'm about to tackle one of my 4x4 squares here in the hay bale end of the garden. Let's see what happens. Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome back to Hummingbird Hill. And as you heard in the intro, I'm getting ready to tackle one of my 4x4 squares. Now I've got one behind me here that has, well, tomatoes and cucumbers and ground cherries and eggplants and acorn squash and a cat. Because, you know, what is this anyway? Remind me not to try and look cute. It just doesn't work. Anyway. It's going to rain for about a week is what is in the forecast, and I'm worried that the potatoes, especially the rogue potatoes, which aren't really, I don't know exactly how they're situated and they're growing way too close to everything else, I'm not sure how they're going to last, and as long as they're here I want to harvest them because Mama loves new potatoes, so let's get her some. And then I've never grown sweet potatoes before, and the vines look amazing, and I don't know if it's too early to harvest them or not. So I'm going to dig into this square of hay bales and see what's going on, and I hope you'll be interested in seeing what happens. If I have time, I'm also going to be doing a bunch of pruning and pulling of plants that need to go before the rain, but it is, I forget how quickly, as soon as the sun goes off the garden, how much it starts getting dark. So I don't know if I'll run out of light before that happens, and if it does, oh well, but I really want to get this stuff harvested before the rains hit. So I'm going to find a place to put you where maybe you can see and I won't knock you over. Okay, so this is interesting. This is a sweet potato. And as you can see, this one is totally stunted. It was overpowered by these potatoes. I was a little worried about that. So I don't know if I'll have any sweet potatoes in this spot, but I guess the only way to find out is to dig down and see. I don't know when sweet potatoes are supposed to be harvested, but this one looks like it didn't have much of a chance, so we'll see what's going on. Oh boy. Hopefully there's something in there. Oh, those are yams, by the way, not sweet potatoes. I knew that. Well, so much for no dig. I think I dug a lot in there. Got some really nice sized red potatoes. Not so much on the yams. My first time growing them, and I think they just got crowded out. I accidentally pulled up the roots of my rogue tomato, but it has rooted in 3 or 4 places. So there, I buried them again, and there. So it's rooted in a few places, so I'm hoping it survives the rain, but it wasn't really an invited guest anyway, so I guess, oh well, if I killed it, kind of. I don't know if I should have waited longer for the sweet potato yummy things, or if it was just not the year for them given the weather and my lack of skill with growing the yams, or first attempt at growing the yams. I don't know. But this soil looks great. So this soil, the hay, I will be using to fill beds for next year. So that's awesome. Ugh, bug, hold on. Sorry, had to be done. Bugs are protein, but I really don't want to eat them if I don't have to. So I think I'm going to clean up the sweet potato vines here. I'm going to go around and do a little harvest, and if I have time, I am going to trim a few things. But we'll see. I don't know. I feel like stuff's still growing because it just barely got started, so it seems... Oh, sorry. I should have had my sweatband on because it's humid out. Gonna rain. I don't know. I just don't know. Let me just tell you that. This is a year of not knowing and learning some things, but still not knowing the rest. And there are hornets all over, and they won't let me get to my grapes. Arg. All right, well, that was my fun digging for potatoes, at least in here. I'm going to go dig up a few more spots where there are potatoes growing, the vines are there, and see what's under, because we do like our red potatoes a little smaller, and if they're that big already, well, they've only been growing, you know, since last year, if they're growing up, because they were not planted this year. Anyway, I hope everything's going well with you, and if I do keep working on the garden, I will insert that footage here and just show you what it looks like as I am cleaning things up. If not, that'll be a whole nother video. We'll pause and see what happens. White potatoes too. This big old vine was growing all the way through the hay bale. So if you see here, I've dug down through the hay bale. It was mostly decomposed anyway. And I'm trying to get down into the ground to see if there are actually any more potatoes from this big old vine. Actually, this one still looks pretty good. I could have left it probably. Who knew? Oh, do you see that snake? I disturbed the baby. I'm so sorry, Snakearoo. Look at that pretty thing. Hello, snake. Can you see? Uh-oh. Now where are you gonna go, babe? There it goes. Oh, snakes are so cool. Almost as good as frogs. I have made a giant mess, in case you haven't noticed. Oops. So this happened after the last 3 days of rain. I'm hoping that by trimming, you can see there's still some really healthy leaves here. I'm hoping that by trimming the badly mildewed leaves, that's powdery mildew, that I will still be able to get some zucchini, maybe, even though it's going to rain for a week. We'll see. Okay, whew. Check this out. So it's really actually a good idea to prune your zucchinis as they grow. So as they start to produce fruit at the back, you prune off those leaves so that they'll start to die back. It'll help increase air circulation. I just don't do it. I have never done it. It's not my habit. I'm gonna try it next year though, even with gloves. what's the point? Oh no, my fingernails. Oh well, it happens. So I don't know if this is going to help at all with the rains coming and at the end of the season. We'll see. As you can see, my cucumbers are pretty much dying off. Everything really is. Just that rain, and we're going to have more rain. I don't think I'm going to pull any more tonight because I want to get the powdery mildew leaves away from the donkey. So I'm going to go do that, and we'll have more updates on the breaking down of the hay bales probably next week. I'll see you later. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope everything is going well with you, that you are doing this transition into fall with the promise of new growth to come, the anticipation of learning more next year, and the satisfaction in knowing that even if things weren't perfect this year, because I know for a lot of us, the weather really did a number on our growing seasons, that we still did our best, and I had a lot of good fruits from my labors. Hopefully you did too. So I hope you'll come back again so we can do some more growing, harvesting, and, chatting about the weather together. Bye.